Good evening, plant lovers. The last time I was at my mum's house, we did the tour of the garden. And when I was at her house, I couldn't help but thinking that something was missing. And I came to the conclusion that she needs a rose in her garden because no garden can be complete, in my opinion anyway, without a rose in it. So I recently purchased a David Austin rose for myself, so I've done the same for my mum, and I have purchased this gorgeous pink rose from David Austin, which I will be planting in her house today to make her garden complete. So let's unbox and take a closer look. So the rose I chose for my mum was a pink rose called James Galway, which is also a climbing rose. Originally my mum actually wanted a red rose because her garden does have a lot of red in it, but currently David Austin doesn't seem to have a lot of red climbing roses in stock. The only ones that they do have are bare roots, and I wanted to get something that actually had flowers and was kind of ready to go. So we went for a pink rose, which I think is a very romantic rose. So I will be telling you more about the rose as I plant. So this is how it comes. I've just taken it out of the box here, and it's absolutely beautiful. Comes in this nice green pot, which is quite large and excellent condition. And once again, it comes with many blooms on it. I think the one that I had, the green one, has more blooms because that's the nature of that particular variety. But look at that. This is absolutely gorgeous. So as my parents have a low maintenance tiled garden, we had to break one of the tiles, which was a job in itself. And then I'm just adding some compost here and some rose food, which is predominantly manure based, and mixing that into the soil just to make sure that the rose has the best start. And I had some ground eggshells that I made myself. That was a bit of a DIY job, and I thought I'd just enrich the soil with some of that, and then just checking the size of the rose and just removing it from its pot. And as you can see, it has a lovely root system. It's not root bound or anything, so it's come in really good condition. So let's take a moment to talk about the James Galway English climbing rose. It is a vigorous climber with upright growth that can actually cover a wall in a very short space of time. As you can see, the flowers are strikingly beautiful, with mid-pink at the centre and gradually becoming lighter towards the edge, with numerous neatly placed petals. It also repeat flowers between June to September and has a light medium old rose fragrance. So the idea is that this rose will climb up from here, go up onto this wooden trellis, and can trail over here. That would be really nice. And on that side, as you already know, if you've been watching my videos, is a grapevine that has now reached the top and is set to now be moved over to the bigger trellis. So it's looking great now. I think a rose for beauty and a grapevine is such a beautiful, unusual combination. So I will check back in on this late summer and we'll see how the David Austin has grown. This rose should be positioned in a sunny location but will tolerate partial shade and is suitable for all soil types. So that concludes my video on the James Galway rose, and if you haven't already, please show your love and subscribe.